Hideo Kojima is one of the best game directors of our time, and the narrative of his games are one of the reasons why. So how funny would it be if someone would condense those very complex stories into 6 easy steps? So hard to do that. Now I know what you're thinking, Connie. It can't be that simple. You can't just take this complex narrative and compile it into 6 easy steps. Well, too bad that's what I did. The 6 steps are... 1. Make a cool main protagonist and give him a tragic backstory. This will be your Naked Snake Raiden, your Norman Reedus. First, you'll need a cool name. I'd recommend this video by Ryan David Gilbert, who is stealing this form from me, not the other way around. Shut up. You'll need to give him some sort of tragic tale. You'll want his story to be emotional. If you're making a sequel to a game, you can also use his old title. But we could also shake things up. Like how Big Boss from Metal Gear 1 is the main character in Metal Gear 3, but he's called Naked Snake. 2. Make an antagonist that has some relation to the main character. Now let's make a villain. You need him to be intriguing, emotional. You want the player to want to take him down. So how do you do that? Well, we give him an interesting backstory that we will reveal in very well placed spot dumps. We'll get more into that later. You want also to make his backstory somewhat connect to the main character's backstory. That's very important. Another thing we could do is base it off of something like Kojima has done, like this crazy patriot, spooky ghost lady, a handsome man, or Konami. Give one of your bosses a very long rant about his goal of the world to make it a perfect utopia for the true American patriot. Or make the whole game about how bad corporations are. Hell, you could give a talking fetus a voice and make him tell a tale that somehow relates to you breaking up with Konami. I don't know, but PT is strange. 4. Make a clear and straight outline of the story. Now you want to plan out a nice, long-winded, and pretty satisfying ending, and a really satisfying narrative that has a clear start, middle, and end, with the point within giving all the side characters and the main character closure by the end of the story. The next step is to smoke a blunt. And 6. Shake the outline up. Now that you have finally smoking a weed, you want to take all those great outlines and make a narrative. And you see this nice timeline that you've created here? Yeah, now just put that in a blender and then try to piece it back together. That's right, we're going crazy on this. Congratulations, you have written a Hideo Kojima plot. It is all... What's that? You don't believe me? Well then, let's make a Hideo Kojima plot right here on the spot. You play as Johnny Walker, played by Hugh Jackman, a former teacher and private investigator who's investigating a corporation who is being threatened by blackmail and mishandling of employees. You're chilling at a bar looking over the case when suddenly someone approaches you. One of your old students, Billy John, played by Rami Malek, who is telling you for your own good to stop your current case. Now you must fight for your life and to expose the corporation for its misdeeds. Sounds good? Okay, cool. So here we have the very clear outline of the story. We have the start of the game, getting in the building, and the end. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go smoke a blunt and be back in like an hour.
What the fuck? Dude, it's been 5 days!
What? The Kojima plot! Yes! Yes, the Kojima plot! So I've started the... Song go on. Yes. Fetus. That's why you make a Kojima game.